Time to unbox new gear for the truck. Let's see what unlocks. Rolling through the highway, my spirit ignites on the road to adventures, chasing the sights. With every new piece, I'm building my dream. Let's hit the terrain. Nothing's as it seems.
Alrighty, so this is the website. It is going to be parts.chevrolet.com/categories/body, and then you should be able to go in here and plug in your make and model. This is how I found my part. Basically, I went here, and now granted, I have a 21 Chevy Colorado, and it has a different shifter. So I actually went to the next generation, which I know has a different style shifter. So again, we went Colorado, and then we're going to go ahead. It doesn't really matter because it's the shifter knob, but let's go crew cab because that's what I have, okay? So add the vehicle, and then it gives you the list of what you can do. So I'm not sure why, but whenever I try to just go right to the website, it just doesn't allow me to. But what I end up doing is I go through my local dealership, then go to parts, and then it pulls into here. So here's a list of all the different parts. Now, granted, some of these parts aren't going to fit because it's a slightly different body style, but what we're looking for is a knob, a shift knob specifically. So I'm going to type in knob, and it's going to pull up every knob that fits this OEM part, okay? I know it's a little weird because it's got this and that. This is actually the part that I ordered. All right, so here is the crazy part. So I'm not signed into my account up here because I don't want to have my personal information, and no, that's not where I live. It's just defaulted. So with this this website, you're actually able to order OEM parts and all that good stuff. This is the part that we're going to be showcasing in the video, and I paid much less than that. I actually paid $46, I believe, $44. I'm not sure if it was on sale or not, but that's what I did. So, yeah. So, and it does fit my vehicle because it's literally the gear shift. The pole goes into the middle. This plugs into a connector, and this is the exact fit of that generation of the 21s that I have. So, it is the same fitting. I just wanted to kind of showcase it for you. I personally don't have any silver on my truck. I might take it off and paint it. I might leave it. I might cover it with one of those little like shift covers. I'm not positive, but I really wanted this more modern style shifter. I had one on my 22 Chevy Trailblazer, and I fell in love with it. So I like the sportiness of it, and it is good. I really do enjoy the feel of it. So, but as I was saying about my account, I'm not going to log into it just because I don't want to show my personal data. But you can actually, like when I bought my Chevy through my dealership, they had me sign into it, and it registered my purchase of my vehicle. So I ended up having almost like 70,000 points or something like that, or it was like maybe it was 17,000 points, I think is actually what I had. But that's because I did oil changes for the first 2 years I owned that vehicle at the dealership. And every purchase at your dealership with your phone number links to your my account, your GM account. So I really think it's good if you are that kind of person that has a dealership do all your oil changes. I do because I don't have the means to oil change myself. I don't want to get dirty, to be honest with you. I don't want to crawl underneath my vehicle, and let's face it, I'd probably just make a huge mess, and I'd rather them do it. Plus, the dealership that I was taking mine to, which I'll give a quick shout out, which is DeLillo Chevrolet in Huntington Beach, California. By the way, best team ever, best ever. I mean, everything about that team they're amazing, and yeah, so I always had them do it, and every time I did oil change with them, they included a car wash. So it was, to me, I like the parts that they would do, you know, and I like their genuine care that they did. But that's just a quick shout out to them. But they are amazing. Hopefully one of them watches this and then they can actually post it on their site. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them. Hello everybody, today we got our unboxing here. We got a special guest Charizard. Let's get some sunshine. prepping all day. So here's our item. We have 85545642. This is a OEM, the GM part ordered through Chevy.com. It is a factory part for a 2022 Colorado. I couldn't order this particular one a while ago because the price was a little high. But yeah, so I mean, it is a good item. I was actually able to utilize my GM rewards to get a significant discount on it. So yeah, and then here is the actual item. As I said, it's a shift knob. I've been wanting to do this since I saw that it was an item we can get. And I had one of these on my my Trailblazer, and I fell in love with the way that the smoothness of the shifter, the transitioning of the shift, the clicks on the actual release. It is very nice, and I do enjoy it. And inside here, you can see this is the plug that allows it to shift up and down with the low gears. So you can go to, the 8-speed manual option, which this truck does support. So yeah, and that's pretty much what comes in this box, nothing else. And yeah, it's just a shifter. And somebody's not amused here today. So alright, let's move into the cab. Let me show you the original shifter and how it sits. So it is just a one click to the front, pull back, similar to the new one. However, this is a much wider L shape, if you see, and then the shifter's here. So when I'm driving and if I'm sitting super comfortably, I bump into those two buttons. I've never actually shift gears, so that's a relief. I think you can only shift while you're in L gear. But yeah, so here is that. Basically, we're removing this little carbon fiber panel that you see. And I had a pry tool, but I broke it. So we're going to just go real gentle with the stuff right. And as you see, it took a couple of seconds. Like, here's my pry tool. I broke it earlier in the beginning of this video. Yeah, so I just went real slow and real gentle with it, just to kind of pry it up. There is two clips on the far end that I'm working on now, two clips towards the top end of the cup holder, the bottom end of the cup holder, and then in between the shifter and the cup holder, in that divoted spot there is another bracket that you could pop open from there. So it is pretty self-forward. You just gotta go slow. That's the best advice I can give you. I didn't have any issue with it. It was very easy to pop. What I was doing was I was just sliding the screwdriver in underneath, and it was just lifting it with pretty much ease, as you can see. I was just trying to make sure that I didn't damage any of the little clips. I didn't realize when I was doing this that there were little plastic clippies on the end, and the main metal clips in the middle and outer edges. So as you can see, I'm going really slow just to find those pop clips. Like right there should be one, and right here is another one. And yeah, I mean, you just go slow. You don't want to go crazy. I don't want to scratch the interior. I didn't want to damage anything. And yes, I know the camera's a little bit on the wobbly side. I have a like a universal mount thing that can clip on to random spots, and I'm so sorry about that. But basically, when you're one man showing it, you gotta be creative here. So it's like a little mount that clipped onto my door on the passenger side, and it allowed it to hold the phone. And it's got, like, I don't know, like 9 to 12 inches of like a metal bar, and that bar was what I kept bouncing into with the part. So I got real nervous right here, but if you just do it carefully, as you see, it will pop open very easily. There, it popped open for me. I heard it, and then I just gave it a little tug. And there it is. So the gold piece there is actually supposed to be underneath. It did stay in. I didn't even notice it at first while I was pulling this part apart. So it's not the like smooth looking plastic piece that you gotta worry about. It's only the leathery boot section. Like I started there and I was like, oh no, it's just this piece. So you can see I probably messed with it a couple more times, but ultimately there's a clip on the back right where I'm at there, and then one at the very front, and then I think it's two, one right there where I'm at, and then on the opposite end, and then similar towards the top part there. So I was just being real gentle. I didn't want to poke any holes into it just in case the new one did not line up properly, which I was very confident that it was going to stay the same layout, because again, it's this generation. I think it's from the 16. Don't quote me. Up into the 21 has this particular boot and shifter style, as you saw. It's the 22, which is the last generation of this body style, who ended up trading to the new shifter that I'm installing today. And then when they went to the 23s and 24s, and then whatever next generations they go with, 25s and up, it's a totally different one altogether. So the one I ordered, I believe, is from a 22 extended cab two-wheel drive, which doesn't make a difference when it comes to the shifter itself. I just wanted something that gave me a slightly more leg clearance, and I really, really, like I said, enjoyed the way my old Trailblazer shifter was. It was a nice fluid thing. So here's that cable I showed you on the unboxing part, and I did take a minute to really figure it out, but there is a little push-in clip on the side closest to the holder, at least for mine. That's where it was. I guess it could be spun around on the other way if someone installed it at the factory differently, but yes, so this is where the little clip is, and you'll see once I get it popped open, and I'm sorry I'm blocking pretty much everything, but I pull it around to show you that it's just a little barely pressed in, and then it slides up pretty easy. So now that I've got it connected, you want to be very careful when you're taking this part off, that you pull straight up and make sure that that cable is not grabbed onto something in case you got to reuse it. You got to give it a little pull. Yes, so I got it up. I basically give it a slight twist towards me, and then pulled straight up. So I didn't hit the console or anything like that. I got a little nervous. And here's just a side-by-side of the old shifter and the new shifter. And you could see it's a lot more slim and compact. And as I said, I don't mind the old truck style, but the slimness of the new one looks a lot more modern. And in fact, you got a fancy little bow tie on the back end there, which is cool. So here we go, going back in to replace it. So all I've done is I've pushed in on the actual nub of the the shifter, I should say, and I pushed in so that way it fed out to the bottom, because you don't have a long cable to go ahead and do it. The original one has like almost an inch and a half extra string, or wire, I should say. So basically, I just pushed it through, and then I popped it down to lock it in place, and then I put the wiring back down, and then it basically just comes right down into place. Now, it felt like it was a little snug, as you can see right here. I'll lift up the camera and kind of give you a visual of it, and you see how it looks a little tight. I know my angle of the camera is a little off. I didn't realize when recording that it sunk down just a tiny bit, but I'm going to fix it in a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to make sure that how it looks kind of pulled right now. What I'm doing is I'm starting the car so I can pull it into drive, so I can actually release some of the tension on there. It is that the shifter. So now it's like that, and I do fix it a little bit as I shift, but I like the way that this one is. It feels so smooth, and it makes me like it a lot better. So yeah. So here we are, putting the back fastener back on. Again, sorry about the wobbliness of that camera, but we've got everything plugged in, and I should have checked it beforehand that everything, like the plus and minuses, were actually connected correctly. It only goes in one way. I was pretty positive because it's again OEM part. So I went ahead and started the car so I can go ahead and show you that everything's functioning properly on this. So sorry about me being fumbly, but here we are. We're going to start that vehicle. And there's my neighborhood. And, oh no, not wearing a seatbelt. No. Yeah, here we go. So we're on park, and then we're going to go ahead and see we're reversing it. And don't worry, my foot's on the brake pretty good. And there it is, reverse. And just in case you can't see it, I don't know why I'm not buckled up, but I'm just kidding. Then neutral, obviously these things are going to work pretty simple. I just wanted to showcase it and show you on camera without like any delay, but this is how it is, you know? And then here's where I start realizing that the shifting is not in drive, it's in the low gears, which I just didn't know. So once I put it into low gear, you'll see it'll go up, and there it is. So once I realize, okay, here we go, and then I realize, oh god, it's an 8-speed. That's pretty cool, you know? But yeah, so here you go. I'm going to press down, and you'll see it go to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then low gear 1. Yeah, so I mean, I really did like it. I really, really like this mod. It's something that the day I brought this truck home, I saw a YouTube video and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. I am definitely not going to stick with this ugly shifter. Alrighty there, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Like and leave a comment if you like. If you don't like, please like anyways. Just kidding. And subscribe. I'm going to try to do another video as soon as I can. I'm running out of things to do right now because the holidays are coming up. So hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.